We're still in the 10 litter, so Temptation, Lock It Up, Steel Force, and two more male pigs we're going to go ahead and offer. 10-5 is the one that Levi's got hooked up, kind of the traditional, I guess they're both traditional belted hogs. And I can't call one with a white foot from behind because they both do. But so that'll be lot 15 that Levi's got hooked up there, and then lot 16 will be 10-6.
Yeah, lot 5 is, or 10-5 is the one that's on the bottle there now. In comparing him to the black and white legged one there that was in the last pen, maybe not quite as round bodied as that hog is, but just probably that much taller shouldered, the same heaviness of bone, and very, very square going away as you get him to the surface. Got a big ankle with a good sized rear foot there. Probably in relating him to that, back to that other one, he's probably not quite as bulky in terms of his chest as he comes right at you, but he's very square in terms of his chest. I mean, he's a hog, in my opinion, that's going to get to have a little more physical size. But if you want to talk about one that's like run uphill, tall shouldered, that's still laid back in its blade, I mean, I just think you're looking at a hog that feeds just a little bit different. But in terms of like what I was talking about with the last one, length of hip and just his proportions and his build and his balance, I mean, that one's going to take that one a long way. He's always going to get a pin coming right out the gate because of just his sheer quality. I think that's the ceiling looks pretty high on that barrow right there. Maybe not quite as punchy today as his litter mate, but man, it's all there. It just needs a little time to fill out. Now we go down to the little one there. I mean, you could tell he's a mate to the other two because, I mean, this one's proportions and balance are a lot the same. I'd say in just looking at him, he might hit the lightest weight target of them all, not just because he's the smallest one, but that's just where his cannon bone reads to me and just his overall frame size. But the way his head and neck rises out of his blade is just the same as the rest of them. That thing's still got a big old tail root on him, and that tail sets up high on his hip, and his hip is long. He's probably not as stout-legged as the other two, but here again, he's the smallest one of the litter. He's not quite as mature, but you would never question that about him, though, either, just talking differences. So I think a very, very good set of crosses here. If you're looking for hogs to I don't know, some of these hogs maybe make a Houston OYE kind of thing. I'd say especially that one right there probably does. And maybe the other two, I don't feed a lot of crosses, but I would certainly feed all three of these. These are very good animals.
Yeah, so definitely a deep litter all the way through, and just offering one gilt there. But you drop 5 and 6 in here, and definitely some different kinds. Brett hit it on the head and was exactly right, and I read him the same way. The -5 hog, obviously going to be, have to be a little bit bigger there at endpoint. But man, that thing is tall shouldered. He runs uphill. He's got a huge hind leg and a big fat ankle. Really, really good look out in front of his shoulder. And, we've been real pleased with this mating in the past and had some success out of that mating in the past. And I expect these here. I mean, obviously, you've got feedability, you've got predictability. We're real excited about these. -5, -6, -5 will be lot 15, and -6 will be lot 16.